Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sunday Race Review Show. And alongside me, it's not Ian Burge, it's Megan Burge. Hello, Megan. Now, you weren't in the race today. You weren't feeling all that well earlier on today.
Nope.
But we've had a very strange day in the commentary box. First of all, I've had an allergic reaction to something, and I've been sneezing my head off all day. Don't worry, it's not coronavirus. I've just got a bunged up nose with hay fever. And so that was me sneezing all the way through the commentary. Luckily, it didn't come across on air.
Okay, I wasn't in there.
You weren't in there as well. That was lucky that you weren't, because you were already ill. And now, unfortunately, Dad has got a severe headache due to an eye problem that I suffer with as well. So he's not with us this afternoon, but he will be with us later on going forward. So Megan is alongside me now. And Megan, what a race it was. You've seen bits of it. You understand the main points. But it's not Austria. It wasn't Styria, but a unique race of its own.
Yes, it was unique, especially with what happened just before the race.
Yes.
Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen on his way to the grid in wet conditions in a wet race. It was predicted, unfortunately, went off the track and broke the front suspension unit and took off the front wheel nearly. They got it back to the grid and they managed to fit a brand new suspension rod as well. Apologies for the hanky. It's still affecting me and we're live. So not live, but we're live recording. So Megan, a miracle by the team to get it sorted.
Yeah, they got what was supposed to be done in 90 minutes.
Yes.
18 minutes done.
Impressive work, and beers definitely on Christian Horner and Max Verstappen after that one. The race started then, and it was a crazy start. Valtteri Bottas jumped the start, actually, in my opinion, but wasn't done for it. You've seen it. It was a very quick reaction from Bottas.
It was a perfectly good mistake. It's just
yes.
okay, so it's going to go now. It's like when drivers like to sometimes time the lights because they are so used to it. Like it's usual to just like miscount or just like not realise. Then it's not like he actually went past his racing line.
Fairly easy to do as well, and I suppose, in my opinion, it should have been jump start, but we've seen that Bottas done it before, and of course Vettel did it in Japan last year as well. Let's get on then to the race finishing results, as the only thing that ever happened in the race was Pierre Gasly. His gearbox caught fire and set fire to the power unit as well, so he's out of the race. Nicholas Latifi had a few moments in the pit lane.
My impression of fire.
Very good. Apologies if you can hear me something. I'm really not good and I'm struggling through this one. But yes, good news for Williams. They got a good result, but in qualifying, but not a good result in the race. And Latifi with the puncture, putting him 2 laps down. And I said in the commentary, actually, that they should have just retired him, saved the power unit, but they didn't. They kept him out there, and he finished P19 overall. Gasly, the only retirement, but still not a great day for Williams.
I think Latifi would have fared better maybe with the other teams because it's his first year, and I would like next year, if he isn't at Williams, I wouldn't mind seeing him at Renault at some point.
Very interesting. Obviously with Ocon and Alonso there, but I do see what you mean, yeah.
Like, I think he would fare better in like a team like that or McLaren, though. McLaren's perfectly good as it
I do like it. So yes, the race started, and then of course the race started in mixed conditions. Now Kevin Magnussen and Romain Grosjean started the race officially on the intermediate tyre, and Magnussen started on the full wet tyre. Decided to come into the pit lane and change onto the mediums, and we thought, what a masterstroke, but they've been penalised for that. 10 seconds added to each of their times for that. Unfortunately, that has dropped Kevin Magnussen from 9th to 10th. They still get a point on the board, Haas, but a disappointing day for them, and a bit unfair in my opinion, because it wasn't safe to start the cars on those tyres. So everybody did pits. We'll go through them one by one then. Hamilton did a masterstroke as well. He did 34 laps on the medium tyres, then did 29 laps on mediums. 3 on the intermediates, but did 4 laps on a used set of softs. He came in 4 laps before the end of the race, put on the soft compound tyre, got the fastest lap, and it was worth the risk taking because he had a 30-second lead to Verstappen. So yeah, that paid off. So the final race results then as well, as we go through them. Megan, great day for Lewis Hamilton, equaling Michael Schumacher with most victories at a circuit, 8 victories. As he goes after his 8th world title. Now leads the Drivers' Championship as well to Valtteri Bottas. We'll get into that in a few moments. But his 86th career victory. What a great day to be Lewis Hamilton.
It really is a great day.
And sorry, you can see how Megan's still recovering from her debacle this morning. Max Verstappen in second place. He started 7th, crashed into the wall before the racing was started to get a second. He was absolutely delighted with that.
Yeah, I mean, if I wouldn't expect him to get that after having the start that he did.
Absolutely. Third place for Valtteri Bottas, who was the championship leader coming into this race, of course. Valtteri 3.0. Good in Austria, okay in Styria, nowhere in Hungary, you have to say.
We all have our off races, and I think this was just Valtteri's.
And he's going to have another off race at the British Grand Prix next time, because that's a Lewis circuit. He's won there 6 times. Where do you think Bottas is going to start coming back into it?
Yeah, though it may be a Lewis circuit, though I think the race after we get over Britain stuff out of
Spain.
the way.
Spain.
Spain.
Bottas is good there.
Also, you never know what will happen during these races. I mean, Lewis could end up crashing out because of a engine failure or gearbox failure, or someone will crash into him. I mean,
never know. Yeah.
It's unpredictable.
Just look at the MotoGP race today. Marc Marquez went off the track 1 minute, lost all the positions, fought his way back up to 3rd place, went for a move on Vinales, and all of a sudden he's barrel rolling and breaking his shoulder. We do send our best to Marc Marquez, and hopefully we'll see him at the racing soon, but it looks like his season's over as well. That's a spoiler alert, by the way. Join us tomorrow for our MotoGP review of the season, and boy, was it a good one to start talking about. Megan, going forward then, Lance Stroll finished in 4th place. Great day for Racing Point, but of course the pink Mercedes is being protested again by Renault. Do you think it's an illegal car? They have basically just copied last year's Mercedes, but they did it by the letter of the law.
I mean, they both have Mercedes in the name somewhere.
And the engine, the engine is the car,
So, I don't think it's... I think it's fine. I mean, they both have the same company for engines.
So,
and it's
fine.
They're basically same team, just different people.
It's a genius situation. It's genius to copy it. Alexander Albon, a better result today. Started the race 13th. The early pit stops for intermediates to dries sort of helped him out. He finished in 5th place. Good result for him, but still a lot of work to be done. Sebastian Vettel finished in 6th place. Good result for Ferrari. Leclerc 11th, just outside the points, but Vettel getting points for only the 2nd time this year, and actually getting more than 1 this time. Do you think that Vettel is
it's an accomplishment.
Yes, it is. Do you think that Vettel's sort of going, well, I know where this is going already, I'll leave quietly?
I'm leaving this year anyway, may as well just have my fun with it. I don't care about winning. I mean, I'll try my best, so I just want to get on with it.
Yes. Moving on forward then, we will see 5th place, as I said, 6th place, 7th place for Sergio Perez in the Racing Point. Good result for him, but he started 4th on the grid, dropped back and had a few battles. Daniel Ricciardo finished in 8th place as well. Ricciardo doing well, but could do better in that Renault. Carlos Sainz 9th in McLaren. Kevin Magnussen rounds out the top 10, of course, and now he's got that demoted point. And then it's Charles Leclerc, Danny Kvyat, Lando Norris. Lando Norris, you've got to feel sorry for as well. Actually, we'll go back to Charles Leclerc. First of all, Leclerc must be really annoyed. You signed a long-term deal with Ferrari, and the car's just not up to scratch. And this is Hungary. This is where the rest of the updates came, and it's still not good.
I just don't think it was anybody's race today.
It wasn't, apart from Lewis.
Yeah, though even he had his
moments,
points.
Wanted to pit, not pitting in, changing the tyre, not agreeing to change the tyres. I do agree.
It was overall a very bad race day for everyone.
It was. It wasn't the finest race, was it? It certainly was one of the strangest ones. I would say it's a good day for Verstappen, though. He fought back, got second. Maybe he's had but he had the bad day with the crash, so yeah.
He has the best day out of everyone.
He has the best day of everyone, yeah. Moving further down then, Danny Kvyat in 12th, Lando Norris 13th. That was an upsetting race. McLaren have never clicked with this circuit in the hybrid era. Going from 3rd to 5th and now down into 13th place. Lando's got
They'll
work.
fight their way back. I mean, Lando's good with the car.
British Grand Prix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's his home circuit. He's definitely going to try hard.
It's going to be good. That's going to be good to see. And I've got updates coming as well, McLaren, for Silverstone in 2 weeks' time. Moving further down, Esteban Ocon 14th, Kimi Raikkonen 15th, Romain Grosjean with that penalty now drops to 16th, Antonio Giovinazzi 17th, George Russell 18th, and Nicholas Latifi is in 19th place. Hopefully the results are alongside you now with our fancy graphics and as well. But fastest lap went to Lewis Hamilton, a new lap record on the last lap of 1:16.627, and then Pierre Gasly goes to 10th place as well. We'll disappear that now and bring up the Drivers' Championship results. Lewis Hamilton now leads the title on 63 points. 58 points is on Valtteri Bottas.
Ooh.
It's close, isn't it, at the top?
It's very close.
But 30 points back is Max Verstappen, and Toto Wolff saying that's only 30 points, it's not going to be that much. One race victory.
If Lewis crashes out next round, then Bottas is
Championship
championship
leader.
again.
Yeah, championship leader. Unless Bottas also crashes out. Lando Norris,
Unless they take each other out.
Yeah, Lando Norris in 4th place. Alexander Albon 5th. Sergio Perez 6th. Charles Leclerc 7th. Lance Stroll in 8th place as well. I should really actually be reading out the points, shouldn't I? That's something I want to be doing. Lando Norris on 26. Albon 22. Perez 22. Leclerc and Stroll on 18. Sainz on 15. Vettel now gets 9 points, finally. He breaks through to the top 10. Ricciardo 8. Pierre Gasly on 6 points, 4 for Ocon, 2 for Giovinazzi, and 1 apiece for Kvyat and Magnussen. Still no points on the board for Raikkonen, Latifi, Grosjean, or Russell as well. But asterisks please apply to Perez and Stroll, as that Racing Point decision is still to be confirmed.
Yeah.
Move that way a little bit because the graphic needs to be a bit bigger. It does. In the Constructors' Championship, it's Mercedes leading the way, 121 points. They are way clear of Aston Martin on 55. McLaren are 41. They're 1 point now ahead of Racing Point. Ferrari are 27. Ferrari are a midfield team. They're 5 out of 10, and that is shocking.
Yes,
Shocking.
they are.
27 points for them. Renault on 12, 7 for Toro Rosso, 2 for Alfa Romeo, 1 for Haas, and none on the board for Williams again. That's a disappointing thing.
Yeah,
At the end of the
Williams just don't have a good time with that at all.
They've got a lot to improve on. Just to confirm then, it was a breach of Article 27.1 of the sporting regulations that Magnussen and Grosjean broke. It's a 10-second time penalty imposed after the race. The reason was the stewards heard the team representative, I can move this way now, and reviewed video and audio evidence, and having considered the matter extensively, the stewards determined that the team instructed the driver to pit. The team could not prove that one of the exemptions made under paragraph A.2a to G of the technical directive was applicable. So basically that means that you need to bring the car in for a technical problem or something. They came in to change tyres, and you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
So that was the reason. And so that is the reason that they have got that 10-second time penalty. Harsh. Everyone else started on intermediates and had to pit on lap 4. They took
Very
a gamble.
harsh
That rule was
indeed.
introduced back when actually Marcus Winkelhock in 2007 at the European Grand Prix, when he took the advantage. That rule was brought in then because he started from the pit lane on full wet tyres and got the advantage when the rain came. So yeah,
Sorry, there was a bird just distracting me.
it was it was the opposite really, wasn't it? Today we had dry conditions to wets, and then today we had wet to dries quite quickly. So it was a bit of a reverse of a situation. That's it from the iPad. I can put that down now, except for to tell you. Actually, I can't because I've just remembered something that I've got to do. Tell you about the details coming up for the next round. So, Lewis Hamilton leads the championship going into the British Grand Prix. Yes, 2 weeks' time, we are live with the British Grand Prix from Silverstone. And yes, Megan, we're live with Comcam, hopefully, as well. That's going to be interesting. Are you looking forward to being live?
Interesting.
Are you looking forward to being live?
I honestly don't know. We'll see at the time.
It's your idea to have a Comcam.
Oh, I know. It's just we still haven't done that behind the scenes thing I was talking about.
Turns out that we're going to have that next time. Okay, so let's give you the results. Let's give you the calendars going forward. And I've now got the actual thing in front of me. Look, ooh, nice schedule. So this is more of a forum type. Anything goes. Anything goes. More forum. So yes, tomorrow we will have a special MotoGP show, which will be a review show of the first weekend. And boy, was it a big one for MotoGP as well. Then we go into a bit of a lull. On Wednesday, we've got the Grand Review podcast. Nothing next weekend. But the following Monday, we'll have the second round review for MotoGP. And then we build up the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. We will begin the action on Thursday with a special Thursday preview show where we'll all be sat at the table discussing a few things of the weekend and our favourite British Grand Prix. And then we've got a feature planned with me and you, haven't we, to go forward?
Yeah.
That's going to be a big one. And then, are you ready for this? Yes, live watch-alongs. Yes, live watch-alongs of every single session. So you get to see what me and Megan and Dad are up to in the commentary box, not just a blank screen. We'll have a comcam.
Okay.
That's going to be fun, isn't it? So you get to see what we're up to. And as well, get in touch with that, so that's going to be fun.
I feel like I'm going to be reading a book.
Yes, it's going to be... Oh, you probably are, to be fair, in practice, some of them.
Yeah.
We've still yet to work out
I was last time.
We've still got to work out who's in the com box when, but I know that I'm in the com box for every session. I don't know when you and Dad are. I know you're in for the qualifying race, but let's give you the details of that. We'll be live then on the Friday at 11 o'clock for practice 1, then again at 3 o'clock for practice 2. On the Saturday, we'll be live at 11 o'clock for practice 3 and 2 o'clock for the race. For qualifying. And then on Sunday, we'll be live, are you ready for this? At 2 o'clock, 10 minutes early for the start of the race at 10 past 2.
I thought you were going to say 2 in the morning.
No, we'll be live at 10 past 2 UK time PM for the British Grand Prix. And I think that's going to be fun, isn't it? It's the British Grand Prix at Silverstone.
Yeah, and we're finally in our own time zone.
Yeah, we'd have to wake up early or do anything different. But British Touring Car Championship is also coming back soon. We'll have some shows on that. We should have actually been at the British Touring Car Championship this year with you and Dad in the commentary box and me at the circuit. But unfortunately, that hasn't worked out yet due to the pandemic. So we'll have to do with review shows as well, off-site and on here in our studio. Megan, sum up the weekend. You did free practice 1 and you've seen the race as well. Who would you say is your driver of the day? Because I know you've seen the race. Who's your driver of the day?
I'm just going to go with Verstappen because of the recovery he made.
Excellent. Well done. Thank you, Megan. Right, 2 weeks' time, the British Grand Prix in Silverstone. Round 4 of the season. The first time the British Grand Prix has been the 4th round since 2000, when Formula 1 celebrated its 50th Grand Prix.
Whoa, you were 1 and I was
4 years off.
5.
5 years off being born, yeah. So, 2 weeks' time, we are live with the British Grand Prix, and that is going to be something fun. So, do join us. Live coverage. It's going to be great. For us all here, though, it's Lewis Hamilton's day. Here in Hungary, he wins for the 8th time at the circuit and takes his 86th career victory. And as we go on for our week's break, after we finish our first of the triple headers, well, Formula 1 is back, baby. I can't wait. For us all here, though, bye for now.